Hello everyone, welcome back. February is heading to a close, Valentine's Day has passed. By the time I upload this video, I think we'll be in March already. But then again, why only share love on Valentine's Day? There's a reason we have Valentine's Day. It's a nice holiday to spread the love on. But let's spread love all year round. In my case, I want to talk about some of my favorite love stories in film. Some of these movies are not classified as love stories. They're classified as adventure or fantasy, comedy, but not romance. And I remember them so well for the love stories. Some of them I think should be classified as romance. Let's have a little discussion on some of my favorite love stories in movies. The General is a Civil War comedy made in the silent film era of the 1920s. The genius Buster Keaton made this and took us right back in time to the Civil War era. A young man living on the Confederate side of the Civil War who gets his train stolen by a Union army, and he takes another train down to get his train back and get back the woman who was stuck on that train with the Union soldiers. A woman that he knows from his hometown. This is a really nice picture. For a comedy made in the silent film era, it is funny, and since it's about the Civil War, it actually captures the Civil War history exceptionally well. I love this story of this man rescuing this woman, and I love the dialogue they share. Of course, you don't hear the dialogue, you see the dialogue through text on screen. If you've never seen a silent movie before, and you don't believe me, I encourage you to see it. You'll believe me afterwards. Another silent movie, City Lights by Charlie Chaplin. It's got a really nice affectionate ending, and a nice affectionate adventure that Charlie Chaplin goes on as the tramp to fulfill the things he needs to fulfill for himself and for the woman he's falling in love with in the picture. The ending is very sweet. Getting into more modern movies, How to Lose a Guy in 10 Days was released in 2003. It was a romance comedy, so now we have movies that are classified as romance now. And it was marketed as a chick flick kind of movie. But when it released, Matthew McConaughey was encouraging men to see it because he really wanted men to see him playing the gentleman role in this. And when I saw it, yeah, I definitely did see that gentleman personality in McConaughey. And when they start dating each other, they're pretending to be affectionate for each other while presenting themselves very affectionately. And it's funny to see how the tricks play out because the woman is playing tricks on him just as the man is playing tricks of his own on her, though not as blown out as the tricks she's playing on him. And they're both still trying to be the best partners they can be towards each other. And McConaughey, I definitely learned a lot from seeing him in this picture. The way he plays that gentlemanly personality and that best boyfriend you can be to your girlfriend kind of personality, I really admire that. It's a Wonderful Life I typically watch at Christmas time, not Valentine's Day season. But I love the love story, and I think everyone I know who also loves this movie admires the love story the most. James Stewart, as this young man, falls in love with this young woman at a young age. We see them marry, they have a family, and he's constantly struggling to keep his family well, keep the neighborhood well. It's just a beautiful story about everything that goes into love. But last week I decided to revisit a movie that I've always loved ever since I first saw it, Giant. This never gets classified as romance. I don't know why. And I think the love story is the best part about this picture. And I'm surprised it doesn't get ranked as high as other classics like Gone with the Wind or Dr. Zhivago, especially since this one has a more upbeat ending. And with Giant, we're seeing this young man played by Rock Hudson and this young woman, Elizabeth Taylor. They fall in love, they marry, and he takes her to his hometown in Texas where they become rich and they raise a family, and they watch a young oil driller nearby who used to work for the main man in the picture as he becomes a rich oil driller. I think I'm filming this video on the day of Elizabeth Taylor's birthday, so fun fact to know. And the oil driller is played by James Dean in his last acting role. I think James Dean's birthday was recently too. Yeah, it was. The movie is not as well remembered as the other two movies James Dean made. And these are great too. And from the James Dean collection, this is actually my favorite of the movies that feature him, and it has my favorite performance by him. This man and this woman, as they grow old, marrying each other, staying married, staying strong with their families, raising their children well, watching James Dean as the oil driller get rich and famous. It is perfectly possible to be committed to your wife, to be committed to your life, be committed to your family, and just as long as you have that serious commitment and just show love for each other, it stays and it succeeds. The love succeeds. I love that about Giant. This is one of my top 20 favorites, maybe even my top 10 favorite movies ever. I will quickly mention The Village by M. Night Shyamalan, a movie that was released as a horror movie, heavily advertised as a horror movie, and it was really a romance. Very affectionate. M. Night Shyamalan really surprised us with the love story in the picture, as we were all prepared to get scared by it, and yeah, there are some scary scenes in it, and the romance is so affectionate. So if you had a really bad Valentine's Day, do what you can to keep yourself moving. You know, do some good work during the daytime and reward yourself with good movies like this that keep that good feeling going. Are there any movies you would like to bring up in the comments section? By all means, bring them up. Like and share if you enjoyed the video, and if you haven't already, subscribe to me for more videos. Hit the bell if you want to be notified of uploads. I'm making more videos for you and bigger projects for you as we speak. Have a great week and a great life, and always love yourself for who you are. Godspeed.